milestone, one presentation. Team Disambiguous.
Learning objectives and rationale. So the chosen topic is the Syrian refugee crisis that's going on right now. We've chosen this topic because we feel like a lot of the people, especially in the first world, have strong opinions on the topic, but they're quite uninformed. And if they're better informed, maybe their view on the topic may change. For the learning objectives, we want to teach people mainly about the politics of the refugee crisis, so why it's even happening in the first place. And we also want to emphasise the struggle of the refugees as well, so how hard it is on the people.
Yeah, because like none of these people actually wanted to move, did they?
No.
That's quite a big influence in the game, I imagine. We're going to try and implement.
Oh yes.
They're running from war. So.
Yeah.
The target audience we're aiming for is 16 plus years old, but that is just the aim. It could be targeted to everybody, that is like any gender, mainly first world, because we need to talk to people to explain them that problem, so that's why we're aiming at first world people, and mainly people who are taking interesting in politics and need to know more about why is it happening, why is it a problem for Europe, and why it's becoming a huge problem for the world, and everybody's discussing it.
Yeah. I mean, like, it helps people who are trying to get into news and politics, and who else would cover or try help the situation.
It can help people understand why it's not so straightforward.
And if people had more of knowledge, they might be influenced to help.
Yes.
They might have like an epiphany.
We hope.
Yeah. And the key gameplay and key story aspects are you play as like a refugee god, which is kind of like a voice of the group. You make core decisions as the player, which influence movement primarily, where they get distributed to. And the mechanic our game's going to have is random events. These random events are things like the borders changing from open to closed, or how many they can open, or how many they can let in. And the synopsis: you are a refugee god. Your voice is what influences people's movements and how many people would get into a border and what section of the group. If there's not enough, then you might not go in. If so, you find a different way round. If you all go in, then next stage. And the game space will be primarily in the most of Europe. Just work your way from Syria to the location that each group want to go to. We are aiming it at tablets and phones, but accessible on PC. And another mechanic is that the countries will be color coded, so that red means they're full and green means like they're empty, like a red light sort of thing.
Yeah. The thing we need to point out is that you don't have total control over the movement of the refugees, or whether the borders are open or not. You have like an influence on that, and you've got like a chance whether that will happen.
Exactly, random events may change what is going on the map of Europe, and your decisions need to be guiding towards that.
Like Greek might get money.
Yeah. We hope. We can only hope. Some of the random elements that may happen is things like suddenly 10,000 refugees unaccounted for turn up in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
And Bulgaria's not happy about that, for example.
So they shut
their borders.
Yeah. That's most of it.
That's about it.
For now.
For now.
Bye.
Wubba lubba dub dub.